Over there!
We can't let him get away!
Too late, fool! You will not escape! Us? What in the name of... Gary?
I'm sorry, okay? I hadn't prepped this part of the dungeon yet. I haven't had the time.
But you don't suffer from this, do you? For more than 2 years, you've helped us to enhance our tools, grow our map libraries, and given us a warm welcome in the community of map makers and game masters. We are honored to be part of this community, and all we can say is thank you.
Bring it on.
Okay, I was muted. I think now it's working. I'm sorry, apologies. My name is Till. I will do it over again. That's fine. My name is Till. I'm one of the founders of DungeonFog, and you are watching our weekly community stream where I'm answering your questions. I'm looking back at what has happened last week. We're throwing an outlook on what is coming in the near future. And I'm here to chat with you about DungeonFog. And if you want to chat with me about Deus, come back next week, because next week we're going to have our next Mapping It Out, where we are dedicating a whole stream only towards the development of Project Deus. Righty right. Yes, the chat is clipped. So there is something going on here. Oh my god, what am I doing? Let me just shift over here. Wait, that's not working. Not sure why my layout is broken. There you go. Ha. Okie doke. So, what has happened in the past week? For those of you who have been following our streams last week, you know that we have been already throwing a sneak peek at the upcoming GM Notes tool. So Andy has spent most of the last week, since I've been showing the tool, on fine-tuning and fixing stuff, preparing the release for the GM Notes, which is still probably about 3 weeks, probably 4 weeks away. But it's a massive rebuild. We're completely restructuring and basically reinventing the GM Notes. So it's totally fine that Andy takes his time. And since I've been showing you the last iteration or the last development state, the only notable thing that has happened is, I hope I'm not going to be muted again when I switch screen. I think I am not. So the most notable things are that we now have switched to a full page layout, which means that those are work in progress buttons, but I can add a page on top, for example. Well, no, I can add a page at the bottom. Well, we don't know. It might have been on top. Let me see. Page 2. It's going to be page 2. Whoop. Yes, there you go. So you can add pages to the top or to the bottom. So that is one of the things that took quite some time, because the system we're using was not intended to do that. Hello everyone. Hello Libitian. Hello Jonas. Hello Raflex. Patrick, KK, AJ, Cookie, Roger B. nice to have you all here. Right, that was quite some work because the system that we're using was actually not intended to do that, but it is now because Andy has spent quite some work on reworking that and making that possible, which means, as you can see, you now have those pages here, and you can use this to resort them. So if that should become page 1, let's call it page 1 for now, I can shift it up, and now it is page 1. Amazing. Well, you see, in programming, visually it might not be that impressive, but in programming I was quite impressed that Andy made that possible in just a week. The other thing is, well, it also, by the way, it also works. I have my buttons now. For those of you who've watched last stream, the buttons were gone, but they are back. So here you can export, print, ask the help desk, you can update, clear notes, open the wizard. I think the wizard has gotten some improvements here as well. I can toggle the borders, and we're going to come to the template in a minute. When I go to print, it is now actually using the page indication that you've seen to really create those single pages. And you can, of course, hide all the graphics to make it a black and white printable version, or you can activate the graphics and have a beautifully designed PDF there. Now, the only thing left on progress, which again is still quite some progress, is we have now a template system, which means you can switch between, this is placeholder content right now, but you can switch between fantasy content, which currently is only reflected by the parchment background that we're using, or you could switch to sci-fi content, and we can then update the whole template styling to reflect a PDF that is more in, let's say, a sci-fi themed topic. We're also going, so this is on the list, this is still in progress, but there is going to be a way that you can upload your own or create your own themes, and hopefully you will be able to share those themes in the community, which means that if you don't like our defaults, you can create your own theme as long as you know your way around CSS a little bit. But there are going to be tutorials on that for sure. So this is what has happened in regards to the GM notes. And again, I will keep you posted. Not next week. Next week we're doing Deus, but the week after, hopefully I have more GM note stuff to show to you. What else? I want to give you a quick reminder that if you are wishing for features, if you want to suggest new ideas or new asset packs or new tools, there is a dedicated page to that, which is the suggestions page, which is active once you are logged in your account. And there you can see everything that has been previously suggested through Discord. We have disabled this on Discord, and we have it now here on the website. And the cool part is that you can downvote, upvote. I think you can only downvote you can remove your vote, or you can add your vote to feature suggestions. So they are grouped in like, for example, this is a battle map editor feature. There's another battle map editor feature. This is a website feature. There is a prop or texture suggestion. There is another new suggestion, battle map, and so on and so forth. I think you will get the point here. So if you have any ideas, go to this, look before you post your suggestion, look if it hasn't been probably already suggested by someone else. And if you like a suggestion from someone else, give this suggestion an upvote. So we are looking at that. We are creating our backlog from this. So whenever on a weekly basis we're reviewing it, and whenever we see something that kind of fits into our regular schedule, we take it. So for example, the add single disconnected vaults, which is not only updated, but this is part of the vaults and paths tool that is coming once we're finished with the GM nodes. The collaborator function has been upvoted quite heavily so far. I mean, quite heavily. The tool, the suggestion board is quite new, and as you can see, it hasn't been used that much yet. But at least it got some votes. So we're going to monitor that, and we're going to look at that. And if we find that this is really something that a lot of people are asking for, then we will implement it. Props overlapping walls is already implemented. I think this could be updated already. And that's the suggestion board. On the same topic, you can also find our recent changelogs here. So there is another button which says changelog, and here you can always see what has happened in the past time. Now I can see that there was a question. Libitian asks, gives the plan that it gives later a desktop program for DungeonFog? Yes. So whenever you hear me saying Project Deus, then I'm actually talking about the desktop application that will bring the world map, city map, space map, and battle map features from DungeonFog in a desktop application. This is currently in development. We are at the end of our technical alpha. And if you're curious to learn what Project Deus is, what this is all about, you can find all the information on the DungeonFog website. And also, I would highly recommend to join our stream. Same time next week, Tuesday, because then we will be reviewing the development process of May. Oh my God, yes, it's already end of May. For the recent development month of Project Deus. So keep an eye out for those new pages if you haven't seen them yet. Also, just a quick reminder, if you haven't seen that yet, there is a marketplace now in DungeonFog that allows you to purchase additional assets on top of the content subscription stuff that we are offering anyways. This is particularly interesting for those of you who prefer to run a free account on DungeonFog, because even as a free account, you can purchase those assets. And we have also changed the way that we're treating free accounts, which means that you can also purchase additional map slots up to a maximum of 12 map slots. So if you've been running DungeonFog on a free account, the marketplace might be interesting for you, because there you can purchase your additional assets, and you can upgrade your map slots up to a maximum of 12. So those are just quick reminders of the things that have happened in the past. Regarding the marketplace, Forgotten Adventures is going to release 2 new asset packs to the marketplace, or we are going to release them tomorrow, which actually means somewhere around midnight here in Vienna. So in a couple of hours, there will be 2 new prop packs in here, which are Table Clutter and a Builders pack, so Palisades. And there's going to be more, because we are still in beta, which means we are slowly rolling out the marketplace just to make sure that it's working properly, and that we don't have to deal with, like, if we break something, it would be terrible if there are thousands and thousands of purchases there that we have to roll back or refund or whatsoever. So we are slowly rolling the marketplace out, which means that we are adding, for now, we are slowly adding new products until we are certain that it's perfectly working. By the way, it has been perfectly working for the rollout. So I think the marketplace has been going on for, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think for 2 weeks. And there was, I think, only 1 ticket that we had to quickly deal with, because we had a problem with the free asset packs. There are free asset packs on the marketplace. And it became kind of a wandering trophy. Always the last one who claimed the free pack actually had it. All the other ones it was removed from. So that one is fixed. And in regards to refund requests, there is probably one thing I should point out. You can get a refund. Of course you can get a refund on a purchase. But if you are picking, let's go for this one here, for example. But if you are picking the standard license plus download, and you are downloading the assets, we can't refund you because you've actually used your purchase to download something. So if you want a refund on an asset pack, hello dog, that's totally fine. But please be aware that we can't refund your purchase if you have already downloaded the asset pack. Okay, so let me just quickly close the door. So keep an eye out for the new packs that are coming in the next few hours. Talking about asset packs, there is another one that will be officially released very soon, and that is the winners pack of our Masters of the Tools contest. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, in March, we had a contest where we asked you to submit maps, and a jury of How to Be a Great GM, World Anvil, Tony, our artist, and myself, we judged those maps based on who is the master of our tools. And the winner was, the prize for the winner was to design a new asset pack with us. So this new asset pack, designed by Corthel, the winner of the Masters of the Tools contest, is finished and will be released very, very, very soon to you. I think the official announcement will be on Thursday. But we're here to look at stuff, and so let me show you what Corthel has picked as a winner map. Not as a winner map, as the map pack, because I think it was quite fun to do it and it was amazing. So let's do a little sneak peek. So here we are seeing one part of that. I'm not sure if you can see it. I very quickly, because I was testing the assets today, threw together some maps. So let's go at 80%. So apparently there is a giant dinosaur, mechanical dinosaur, and then we have this guy who's going, let's fight, and then there's the other one coming, no, let's fight. What could that be? I would say it's kind of inspired by the 90s and TV shows from the 90s. And if we look at that map, you might get an idea of what the theme of this asset pack has been. Because if I am zooming out here a little bit, some of you might recognize some of the assets or some of the style that is in here. So we have a little robot in here that's like, oh no, let me quickly call for help, beep beep beep. And here we have a giant holographic talking head. And those, by the way, they aren't purposefully broken. You can use them either as decorational objects. There is also like some of them have body parts, or you can combine them and use body parts. So let's unbreak you. I could use that head over here, which is not working, but we have a separate body that you can use. But also there are, oh, there's so much stuff in here. Let me just quickly look at that. So let's put the, no, wait, the black eggs needs to be here. What else? Oh, the pink bow. Well, the pink bow can be here, but there is also somewhere. We're calling them mechs out of reasons. What else do we have? I think there's quite cool. Oh no, the robot has died now. Broken chest piece. Okay, I think there's quite some fun stuff to build mech combats or sword combats or whatever you think of. And again, the theme, the topic of this map pack that we're bringing to you was specifically picked and chosen by Corthel, who won the Masters of the Tools contest. And he sat down with Tony and me. He named the theme. We were like, what? And then we had a lot of fun planning out all the assets together with Corthel. And last Saturday, he was part of the review process where we signed off all the assets. And now I have them finished and they are uploaded and they will be officially announced on Thursday. But this is our weekly community stream, so I wanted to show them to you today. Speaking of other assets, there is, let me just, I think there's, well, let's leave that here for a second. There's coming a massive asset pack update by the end of this month. So, to be honest, it's going to be next week, and I think it's going to be Thursday next week, if I find the time to upload all those assets, because again, those are many assets, and I need to bring them into the databases. So it might not be Thursday, but Friday next week, depending on how fast I am, which is going to be the TTRPG Bounty Hunter TTRPG asset pack with Guy Sklanders. So Guy from How to Be a Great GM published a new rule set, which is called the Bounty Hunter TTRPG, which is a kind of Firefly Mandalorian sci-fi setting. And he's producing a lot of maps for that new rule set. And so he asked us if we would be interested to collaborate with him and create and update our sci-fi library. And we said, yes, of course, we would love to. A, there hasn't for a long time been an update to our sci-fi library. And B, the Bounty Hunter RPG, the whole theme is quite interesting. And so we sat down and we've designed 100 new sci-fi assets, particularly picked and chosen by the great GM to fit not only his Bounty Hunter RPG setting, but to give you more variety on sci-fi maps in general. And while I am reading that in the Twitch chat, Forecaster says maybe there will be another contest with this prize sometimes in the future. Of course, definitely. I'm positive that this hasn't been the last time that we've made this contest, because it was a lot of fun, it was a great success, and I think even though we had a lot of fun laughing at the great idea of the asset pack, it was great suggestion. It was a great addition. It is something like, for example, those broken, the ripped floor, which they are called, with the cables beneath. They're not only working in this asset pack, they're working in many asset packs. So do the hatches. If you decolorize them, for example, and you have a metal hatch. There are many, like the consoles, if you're playing a more like classic Star Trek game. The holo head, I'm pretty sure I'm going to use them. So Well, I hope you're still here. At least YouTube is back. Twitch is still connecting. For some reason, Twitch is back there as well. Okay, amazing. I have no idea what just happened. I got a big notification from OBS saying goodbye. And I was like, okay, goodbye. Well then, and then I saw your your messages on chat. Apologies. Apparently some internet hiccup. Well, there you go. So I was talking about contests. Keep an eye out for contests. There will be new contests. What is happening in the DungeonFog sphere? What has happened? Let me quickly recap. There's going to be a new map stream this Thursday. I do not have my confirmation yet. I will get my confirmation from World Anvil tomorrow. I hope that this Thursday we have Janet and Dimmy as a guest in our Welcome to the Mapness stream, where we will be reviewing the Honorary Mention map, which is the last of the maps from the Masters of the Tool contest that we will be reviewing. Also, we might then do a map that is long on my waiting list of maps to be done for my office game. So if Janet and Dimmy are not joining us this Thursday, we will just spend the whole mapping it out. Welcome to the Mapness stream on making an amazing new map that I have been kind of thinking about planning for quite some time. If Janet and Dimmy are joining, then they will join late, which means they will come half an hour after the stream has started. So for the first 30 minutes, we will be reviewing one of the maps I previously did, and then we will be welcoming Janet and Dimmy from World Anvil to review and give feedback and discuss the Honorary Mention map, which is the Cityscape of Katora. Right. To be honest, although a lot of things are going on, they're not really heavy to showcase today. So if you don't have any more questions to me, I think we're going to call it a day. And I hope we will be seeing each other on Thursday. Let me just quickly check if there are any news announcements. That was my Discord here. Right, important. June 5th, if you haven't marked that on your calendar, on June 5th there will be the next Circle of the World Builders Masterclass. The Circle of the World Builders Masterclass is a whole day of world building where World Anvil will have a session about 1.5 hours. I think it's 1.5 hours talking about agile world building. How to be a great GM will be talking about how to not create a boring campaign. DungeonFog will be doing a session about how to not create a boring map. And Keora will do something in the realms of map making, map drawing. It will be June the 5th, and it will be about 6 to 8 hours with bio breaks this time, where we will be talking about how to create a kick-ass campaign, aka how to not be boring. And if you want to stay notified, please go to circlesofworldbuilders.com. There you can find a newsletter sign up, which not only allows us to send you notifications once the stream or the stream marathon, the masterclass is starting, but also where we can then afterwards send you material about the sessions that were going on. There is going to be homework, and if you want to participate, then go to circleofworldbuilders.com and sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already. June the 5th, it's going to be a Saturday, I believe. There we will be with the 2021 masterclass. Stream announcements. Let me see. What else can I talk about? What are people wearing in your world? If you've always asked yourself this question, there is a new competition, the Costume Challenge, on World Anvil, and an amazing YouTuber. I know her. We've been working with her. Ginny D is going to be judging the competition. She is a great cosplayer. She has very funny YouTube videos. I like watching her stuff. So Ginny D is going to be judging the costume challenge, and that is on World Anvil. So if you go here, let me just quickly copy that and paste it in the chat. So if you go here, you can take part in this challenge. Keora from Keora News has updated his website. So the Keora website is now in a new design. Go and check it out if you haven't seen it already. And there is also a new asset pack. I think quite a few new asset packs been released, and hopefully they will also be soon released to the DungeonFog marketplace. And I think that's for it. So, as always, have a good day, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, and I wish you all the best and happy map making. See you all. Bye.